Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Check 13. Check 13. Nice. Regular. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Right here. Mike's 50. It's a party. Hey, wahoo!
Snap came and 1. Now here's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ready? Like 80. All day, every day.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Here's Roethlisberger. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, echo.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Bengals getting set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Look at that. That was me. Somebody would have picked it.
And incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be third down.
Where's your sister at?
They're going to try and keep getting him the football.
What y'all doing?
Third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him.
What's she doing?
They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing. Dalton. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Yeah. Hey, Foxtrot.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Like 30.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Switzer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The first quarter of the NFL season in the books after tonight, but Week 5 right around the corner. And it all starts Thursday night with a good one from Seattle. The Rams and the Seahawks in the NFC West kick off 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 out on the West Coast from CenturyLink Field.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
And Dalton to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
2 by 2. Move.
Hey, watch 50, Mike.
Hey, Delta. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Hey, help.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking downfield for Dez. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first rounder from Michigan,
33-202. I'm at lunch.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Things progressing the plan so far. Their defense has been solid. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock here? We just got to do ball control.
So what, she needed 9?
70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Well, I'm in front of my crib.
Roethlisberger will throw.
It's on the card.
Outright, he gets this one to Switzer.
Yeah.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over,
I'm like
step
in
aside.
the middle of something. I will.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone,
I forgot
go
what
to
it
zone
is.
blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. Doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run with Samuels. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Watch Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Quarter. X3. 218. Chop. Go.
From the 31, Roethlisberger going deep to the end zone for Juju.
See, that's what I mean, man. Every tip, he just did a tip I couldn't get. Every tip, somebody pick it off.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Is she being mean to you? Huh?
You better well kick her out now. She's grown now.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger forced out to his left. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Niles Paul, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Bring me a song. Huh?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Thank you, baby.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Come on.
Here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And Green with a catch left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Get him! Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Dalton. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Watch the screen.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Hall bringing it in. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Oh.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
So we reach half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check. Lucky.
Alert.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Hey, high 7.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shit.
Hey.
Shit. Alert 3.
Take both of them.
Alert 3.
Block it.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
52, Mike 52.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down.
And Paul has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 2nd down for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
God, what can I do?
Drive, and finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Yeah.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is
salad
3rd
in there,
and
it's all
9.
kind of stuff in there.
Take 2 of them.
Watch out.
Kayla, what you eat?
Here's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Kayla.
A big turnover there as his guys
did you
will
eat
get the
something?
football back. They needed a
Why you didn't make her nut?
make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
Let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Dalton. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the the dive. Nice grab. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Eifert has it. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Switch. Yeah, fight this. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Here we go, D. All day. All day. Mike 50.
They'll sausage this.
Dalton here from the gun. Green's got it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And it'll be Dalton again. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, come on over here. Come get some.
Again, a run with counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you're still taking shots like that downfield.
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
If you can make a what, baby? A patty.
So here's Dalton to the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception here, look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
You don't know how to make one, first of all.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton. Pass incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start with a give to counter. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm cooking it.
I ain't trying no things.
He'll get this one to Switzer.
Not around.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Take 2 of them.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Big hit all day. Sack City. Sack City, baby.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
That was a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That should have been a safety.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Dalton, and that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Take both of them.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it's going to be 2nd down. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And he's got room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
2-by-2. Move. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Passing, it's Dalton. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Dez Bryant. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Pittsburgh, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign.
Oh, you don't pour a lot of olive oil on there.